I don't know what that's like, but
We're on.
Perfect. We're a minute early. I love it.
Has that ever happened before?
No, it has never happened.
We've been a minute late before.
We have been a minute late before. So, hi everybody. Welcome. Now we're right on time. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See? When you arrive early, you're on time.
When I was cooking professionally all those years ago, it was if you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're 15 minutes late. So I have sort of lost that over the years. I need to get it back. Hey, everybody. Oh, look at all these wonderful ladies with us. If you're also on, please say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Kat Ludwig, dietitian.
I'm Stephanie Pepper. I'm a speech-language pathologist.
We are the Dysphagia duo, for those of you that are new. So, hi, Amanda. The contrasting tops. Oh, we did not plan that. But
how about that?
Hopefully it's not too busy. So we're going to talk about salad today.
Why are we going to talk about salad?
Well, I think seasonally,
we're coming up on salad season.
We are, and it's really difficult for people with dysphagia.
It is. And we're going to talk about why it's so difficult.
Yeah. So we're going to just do a typical green salad. We have some baby arugula and spinach here. We have a couple of other ingredients that we can play with also. So some sugar snap peas, cauliflower, carrots. The peppers make me a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, because they have skins and they are a little more difficult to puree.
I'm actually more worried about these.
I ate one of those a few minutes ago and it was very stringy and I had to spit the spit part of it out. So
You had to spit the spit part of it out.
I can't talk either. I'm sorry. Everybody.
It's all right. I like it.
Speech-language pathologist is in my life for a reason, let me tell you.
So we're going to make a salad. We're going to talk about why salad is so hard. So what is your definition of salad, Kat?
Oh, okay. So I am not a traditionalist.
Okay. That's where we're kind of going with this because we've had a question today.
Yes,
You've had a question.
I got a question today from a chef friend of mine. So he said, what salad? And I said, chicken salad, egg salad, green salad. And he said, well, aren't all salads green? And I was like, no.
No, because egg salad.
Hi, Mama Patty. Nice to see you. Egg salad.
Tuna salad. Chicken salad. Mm-hmm. What gives it the definition of the term salad?
So in my mind, it's things that are put together that aren't necessarily cooked. They can be. They don't have to be. And they typically have a sauce added to them to make them more palatable, more delicious, change texture, change flavor. Mm-hmm. What's your definition of salad? I have a very wide variety.
I don't even know. But I understand where that person came from because salad, when you think salad, you think of a green salad. Mm-hmm. But there's lots of salad. There's pasta salad.
Yeah. We could do a composed salad, which doesn't have any lettuce. It could be like a Greek salad that has peppers and cucumber and tomato and olives. And it doesn't even necessarily have to have lettuce, but that's traditional.
Right. I think that's what people think of. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk salad today because it is National Salad Day. Mm-hmm. For those who didn't know that.
I didn't know that until you told me, so I love it.
I think it depends on which list you pull up.
Yep. So I puree roasted red peppers, like you said before, and those came out good. Well, the canned roasted red peppers, fabulous. They puree so easily, so that's awesome. Amber misses pasta salad and potato salad. We can address that. We can't address that today because we're not making those, but yes, we can address that.
Yes.
That's something we can work on.
Yes, we've done that before.
So our hands are washed. We're ready to go.
They are.
So we'll start with green salad and we'll move on to egg salad and chicken salad just because food safety wise, we want to do the ready to eat, not as perishable things first to avoid cross-contamination because food safety, very, very important. So if y'all have questions about that, send them over also.
Right.
Okay, so how do you want to proceed here?
So let's talk about why salad is so difficult. Do you know why salad is so difficult?
Well, I mean, so when you and I were I was going to say first working together. It wasn't when we were first working together. It was when we were working together the second time in the nursing home.
Okay.
And the mechanical soft menus had shredded lettuce on them. And I called you down to the kitchen and I said, I don't understand how this is okay. And you said, it's not okay.
Right.
Because this is hard to manage.
Right. So I want you to put something in your mouth with more solid texture. Can you get a carrot?
A carrot?
So I want you to put a carrot in your mouth, and I want you, or take a bite of a carrot. Now I want you to chew it and just really pay attention to what your tongue is doing while you're chewing that.
My tongue is pushing the food back into my teeth.
Right. So your mouth is constantly working to push the food from the cheek area. So your cheek has to have tone to keep it from filling into the cheek. And then your tongue has to, when you bite into it, it pushes it on both sides of your tooth, right? So it squishes it down. That's a word that you can use, squish.
Squish.
It squishes it down. So that piece of whatever you just chewed fell between your cheek and gum and on the inside of your mouth where your tongue is. So your cheek has to squeeze it back to the tongue, and then your tongue has to push it back under multiple times, like probably 20 plus times.
It's a lot of work
to get that to a point where it's pureed,
swallowable.
Swallowable.
Yeah.
I like that word too.
So lettuce.
So if you think about lettuce, it's very thin, and chewing it is hard because what's going to fall between your cheek and tongue is very minuscule. It's very thin, and it really, it can go all over.
And as I'm thinking about this, like I'm really thinking about where it's at, I'm afraid of biting my tongue or my cheek because there's not anything hardly in there.
It's because it's so finely textured. Now, when you take that and all of the other textures that we're going to add, you can imagine what the mouth has to do. It has to manage so many different things.
Right. So we do not recommend lettuce for a minced and moist diet or a soft and bite-sized diet.
Maybe soft and bite-sized.
Maybe
soft and bite-sized.
Okay.
That's maybe where the shredded lettuce versus whole lettuce.
But not for everyone.
Not for everyone. That is individual.
Right.
Some people will know, I can do that.
Okay.
Because I have.
Yeah.
And others may just really get nervous about it.
Right. Okay. So do you want to cut this? Do you want us to just puree some? What are your thoughts here? What are you all looking for? What do you want to see with this salad?
Lettuce is so stringy. Yes, lettuce is stringy.
Yeah.
So when you bite through it, it doesn't necessarily break the way other things do.
Right.
So we can do a little, let's just mix it all up. Let's toss it with salad dressing.
Okay.
And then let's chop some up, and then we'll chew it up and see what the difference is.
Sounds good. You okay with Italian? I think that's what that is, right?
It is.
Italian dressing.
Are you okay with Italian?
I love Italian dressing.
Okay.
Or oil and vinegar. That's the easiest way to go. So I have a couple of these snow peas here. I'm just pulling the strings off the side. That doesn't mean that they're going to be not stringy. They still may be.
Yeah.
But I can pull off the major ones. I blend romaine with salad dressing. It comes out good for what I can eat. Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
Okay. So
what we had was spinach and arugula. So that's what we're doing. But I think romaine is good. I think iceberg lettuce would turn very watery if you blended it because it's mostly water.
It really doesn't have any nutrition to it at all. Yeah.
So I recommend if you're going to try this, go at least romaine.
Okay, so you can probably put this straight into a blender or a food processor and chop it up. I am just going to run a knife through it here real quick. I haven't cut myself on a live yet, so hopefully I don't do it today.
Let's not start today, please.
We won't. I'll be careful.
Okay.
I used to be a professional at this. I haven't done it in a couple of years. But as I also told someone today, you really don't forget. It's like riding a bike. You might wobble a little bit at first. Okay, so this is chopped. Some of them don't chop super well. So I'm just going to run a knife through there a little bit. Okay. I love the smell of arugula.
I love arugula, period.
It smells so good. Okay, so these peas, I'm just going to...
Peas.
If you are not comfortable with a knife...
Don't do this.
Just
put it in a food processor and chop it up.
Okay. See those little peas? They pop out. Okay. So... Okay. Let's do a couple of carrots.
Trying this again.
Okay. We're trying to make sure we can see everybody's comments, and our Facebook is being a little bit weird today.
And for those of you who are in the membership program, we apologize. We are not on Zoom today.
We are not. Everything's right in front of us, so we're kind of...
Right. Right.
Yeah. Not cooking.
We're not cooking.
So, okay. So that's probably plenty of carrots.
Yeah.
So this would be bite size. I don't know that I would call this soft. If you did cooked carrots and cooked snow peas, it would be soft.
Right.
I'm going to do one little thing of...
So I had someone come to me today because it was popcorn day at work. I have several people that have come in with on altered diets. And someone asked me, can so-and-so have popcorn? He really wants it. Is that soft and bite-sized? And I'm like, no. It's bite-sized, but it's not soft. So soft and bite-sized can be what your level is, and it could be because of both. You need soft and bite-sized, or it could be that you need soft or that you need bite-sized. So there's a lot of decisions to make there and a lot of understanding. I ultimately said no to popcorn.
Right. Well, I would have to. Popcorn scares me for anyone.
Popcorn is... Yeah.
I get popcorn stuck in my throat.
Do you?
I do, and I don't... It's one of the reasons I...
Well, you don't chew well either.
I don't chew well.
You have chewing issues.
I have chewing issues. So it just... So popcorn makes me nervous for me. Which means it makes me nervous for other people with swallowing difficulties also. Okay, so we just have a little mix of veggies here. I'm going to throw a pepper in here too. I'm going to go for it.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Popcorn is not a dentist friend, says the dental assistant. I can't remember if that's exactly your title, but... You're right. Popcorn is not a dentist friend. She works in a dental office.
I get it. Popcorn is my guilty pleasure. I love popcorn. If I am, last wishes would be popcorn.
Yeah, I know that. Assistant. Okay, good. I could not deal with popcorn. It sometimes has little hard bits in it. And
it gets in your teeth. I get that.
I struggled with that too, Karen. I get it. I don't like the kernels when they get stuck in your gums. I
just go floss my teeth.
Sometimes you don't have access to a flosser. Now I carry them with me all the time because I'm weird now, but
you don't eat popcorn when you can't floss your teeth.
I don't.
You have to be very specific.
All right. Hit me with some dressing.
All right. Right, so we have very small and bite-sized pieces.
Not soft.
No.
Kara says cheese or chocolate popcorn only. I'm not opposed to that either.
I would not say no to that. Because popcorn is popcorn, right?
Okay.
I don't like a lot of dressing.
I don't either. We can always add more.
Right. And especially during the blending process, we may need to add more.
We will. Okay. So here's the other thing about lettuce. The longer you let it sit with dressing on it, the softer it's going to get. Does that mean it's going to get soft? No. I think if we're doing a salad just like this, that was enough dressing.
Right.
Would the type of dressing change the texture when pureeing? Possibly. So blue cheese versus balsamic vinaigrette.
Blue cheese.
Smoother. Blue cheese. I think blue cheese would be smoother because of the texture of the cheese and the mayo.
Agreed. I think it would help it to be...
And I don't want to say it has more fat in it, but it may have a texture replacer in it.
I do think that any kind of milky type, so like even ranch, would blend smoother. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know how many of you have used like cottage cheese to blend things like eggs, or that helps with the texture and the smoothness.
Yeah.
So I think that any kind of cheesy or milky product is going to help with the smoothness.
Dairy just sort of helps with that.
It does.
And then if you have a vinaigrette, like a balsamic or a raspberry or an Italian or a red wine vinegar, whatever, the vinegar from that is going to make the texture a little bit sharper, which is really hard to explain when it comes to mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of mouthfeel, if you can handle some texture, this size or smaller, you may be able to handle it with a little bit of chewing. Now, a regular full salad without being chopped like this, you would need to be able to handle more texture or a lot of chewing.
I'm going to get just a little bit of warm water to help blend that slightly.
Okay. Might take a little bit to get warm water. We're dealing with some hot water tank issues.
Struggling with warm water. Well, if we don't get it, we don't get it. That's fine.
You'll get it.
A little bit of water will.
It just might take
help.
A little bit longer.
Okay. So let's taste and see what we see. Eggs are so much smoother with cottage cheese. Yes, they are. Okay. So definitely not soft here, right?
Pay attention to what your tongue and cheek are doing while you're chewing it. And how much work. So if you have any weakness, if you have any sensory issues, that could be a problem, because you need to feel where it is, because it falls differently than other foods.
And each piece, like the cauliflower, falls differently than carrot does and the lettuce. It's getting away from me.
My tongue, my cheek, my tongue, my cheek, my tongue, my cheek. So if there's a lot of coordination.
I lost a little bit towards the back and had to like move it. A lot of coordination.
You may have hot water now.
I do. Okay. All right. So I'm using hot water because it's going to soften things just a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to see if I can add just like 1 ounce. We don't want to go crazy, because remember, we can always add more. Do you want to put a little bit more?
Yeah, because it might need some more flavor too after it's.
Okay. All right. And of course, when we're doing a texture like this, we need liquid in order to get things moving. So
I did pull out a little bit of cheese if you want to put some cheese in there.
I'm not opposed to cheese. I like cheese.
This is a 4-cheese blend.
Asiago, Fontina, Parmesan, and Provolone. Sounds delicious. Just going to scrape things down. Move it back towards the bottom. Okay. And of course, we're being a little bit extra, right? You don't necessarily, if you don't want to try all the extra stuff, you don't need to. You can just stick with your lettuce and your dressing.
And the things that you want in your
Yep.
salad. Did you put the veggie mix in the blender? Yes.
Yes, we did.
We did.
I just took what was left over in the bowl, dumped it right in.
This exactly. Now we've added a little bit of cheese to it just to
Water.
see if that will help with some of the texture, because the water is warm and it should help it to melt that cheese and blend it in.
Yep. And you can see on the sides here that it is, we don't have as much textured pieces there. Okay. Now, so the other pieces, depending on the thickness you need, if we added too much water for you, adding a little bit of a thickener, not a bad idea.
Right. So Pure Thick, that looks amazingly smooth.
Okay. So,
Pure Thick or Dysphagia Aid are our two favorites, and they are both available on Amazon.
Simply Thick is a good go-to. It's just a little more expensive. Okay. So.
Okay, there is texture. I can see it.
I think it could have used more dressing.
Okay.
There are some pieces here. Not a lot, but I can feel them on my tongue.
So, so if you can handle a little bit of texture, you should be able to handle this. If you cannot, you might need something more. So if we had used ranch or blue cheese dressing, I wonder.
It would be more cohesive, I think.
Right. So let's do this and throw some ranch in it
Let's do it.
and see if we can get it smoother.
Okay. All right, so veggie mix going into the blender with what was left over. I just did all of it.
That's fine.
Okay.
So we're going to go with a little bit of ranch to see if the creaminess of... Sorry, it's the end of the ranch.
Perfect. Best way to finish it off. A little bit of an experiment. I'm going to add just a splash of water. We can always add more.
And cheese. If you don't do cheese, you don't have to add cheese.
Right.
You know what else might be good in that?
An egg
That might help it to
with the
be
texture.
smooth.
True story. This is probably going to need
A little more water.
more water. I was too conservative. A little bit more.
But this doesn't taste bad. It tastes just like I'm eating salad.
Yeah.
So if you can handle a little bit of texture,
It'd be a really lovely cold soup.
it would. Tastes just like a salad.
Yeah.
A Cobb salad, or would the ham not break down well? Ham would be difficult in it, but it depends. We have gotten ham to a smoother texture when we added more fat. So having the cheese and
But it's still highly textured.
it's harder.
Yeah.
But the egg from a Cobb salad will
Okay.
possibly.
So you can see the top of the lid here has all these pieces on it. So I have not been broken of my habit to try to use everything, every little drop.
Every drop. She is an every drop kind of person, which is great.
Sometimes. Not others.
Yin to my yang.
Yes. Steffi's like, it's fine, you're done. Nope,
Just be done.
we're not done. Okay.
Okay, that's getting there for sure. Let's just pour it back into that bowl.
Into the bowl. Okay. Okay, so this was 2 blends each. So ham is more difficult, that's true. Okay.
Still looks like there's texture, and it could be those snap peas.
It could be. I think, so there are little bits of fibrous pieces stuck on the blade down there. I think that's the snap peas. I think if we hadn't added the snap peas, it would be...
It is smoother, though,
Yeah.
with the ranch. Because I think that dairy
is.
helped.
And the flavor is stronger.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And the color difference is not all that different.
But it is lighter because
Okay.
we put the white ranch in there.
So you can puree a salad. It's gonna work great, especially if you just do your lettuce and your dressing. Add a tiny bit of water just to get it moving.
But if you put tomatoes in, you might not need a lot of extra
True
water.
story. True.
Because there's a lot of water in your tomatoes.
Yep. Okay, so what's next?
Well, shall we do, which one do you guys want? Egg salad, chicken salad? We have both. We may do both.
Okay. Blender number 2.
Because this is I don't want to say non-traditional, but it's not your typical salad.
Right. Well, it's
Egg
like
salad. Egg salad.
Egg
Okay.
salad. Let's do it.
Firsties get it.
It's so egg salad is one of those like that your mom made you for lunch as a kid, right? And I feel like it always got a bad rap. Probably don't need to cut it as much as...
Well, I will say egg salad has a smell to it. You know, boiled eggs.
They
smell.
They're sulfury a little bit.
I always have boiled eggs in my house. Of course, we have a lot of eggs around here.
When you have lots of chickens, you have lots of eggs.
3 baskets of eggs.
Do we want
right
to just
now.
do one or...
We have plenty to do more than one.
Let's do
two.
2. So eggs have between 6 and 7 grams of protein per egg. So are they the highest content of protein? No, but they are a complete protein and they help things blend smoother.
I think it's going to blend really smooth.
I think it is too. Because also we made mayo several weeks back. Seems like forever ago. And mayo, if some of you were watching at that point, remember mayo is made of egg yolk and oil. So we're going to do egg and more egg and fat. Okay. What you looking for?
I was going to put some green onion in it, but these are freeze dried, so they may not.
They might be a little dry. I wish I had known. I have a bundle of chives, fresh chives in my house. That's okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Chives.
So we're going to add some mayo. How much do we need?
Probably a little more than that. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
And then mustard.
Sure.
I always like a little bit of mustard. It just gives it really good flavor.
A little zing.
It's also an emulsifier, but eggs are an emulsifier also. So
we've got all sorts of emulsification in there.
So it should be nice and smooth. How much do we need? Is that probably enough?
That's probably enough.
Do you want a little-ish salt?
Do you have, well.
And pepper. I was trying to be prepared.
You are. So do y'all want to know what my secret is to deviled eggs?
Measure mayo with your heart.
All right, Kara.
Soul sisters right here.
I got you. I agree.
So tell us your secret.
My secret to deviled eggs
Yeah.
is, let's see if I have it right up here.
I'm going to do a pinch of salt. Did you already do a pinch of salt? Okay, pinch of salt. Old Bay.
Old Bay and eggs.
Says the girl from Louisiana. Makes perfect
But
sense.
married to,
A Midwesterner.
yeah, a northerner. Okay.
I love it.
That's going to make it amazing.
Okay, so you can go as simple or as complicated on egg salad and chicken salad as you want. So I'm more on the complicated side. Steph is more on the let's just make it nice and simple side.
Yep.
So I like to add like pickles and celery and dill, and
We can add all those things. I don't dislike those things.
we have added them in the past. I think we should just,
do a simple.
yeah.
Give me that top over there.
Should I add a little bit of water or do we want to?
I don't think it's going to, unless we add, or we could add a little milk or whatever you.
Let's do just enough to cover the bottom, which should be just enough to get it moving. Has to be a southern thing. We add horseradish to deviled eggs. I've never heard of that before, but I like it. Okay.
It's getting thick, you know, those eggs.
Yes. Those eggs get thick. Used to add bacon. So
I've heard of bacon added to it. You can just add a little bit of bacon fat. And that will give you...
My dietitian heart says, don't do it. My love of bacon says, yes, do it. Because I love bacon.
I say go bacon.
Yeah. So if you can't do the bacon bits, I do have a video on YouTube that is how to puree bacon. So
says her dietitian heart.
That's my love of.
I want just a touch more of water.
My love of bacon. It's okay. It makes things taste really good.
Yes, it does.
Fat makes things taste really good. And
that is true.
And you cannot absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin
without
K
fat.
Without fat. So, and those are necessary for brain health, cardiovascular health, skin health, eye health. You need fat.
All of the above. You need fat. So therefore you need bacon. I'm kidding. You don't necessarily need bacon. Just kidding.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So this should be really smooth just because we didn't put anything in it with too much texture.
All right.
Okay. And you can always season again. We call it flavor layering. We layer flavors so that it brings out more flavors so it's easier to taste when it comes to pureed
That is smooth.
foods. I'm sure it is. Eggs are going to
blend smoothly.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all need a speech therapist. I'm just saying.
Some days I need my help too.
I'm a speech therapist in training.
This is the truth.
It looks beautiful. Okay. So here's the other thing you can always do. You can always take a little bit of your salad.
Your green salad, your traditional salad.
And add a little bit of color there.
What do you think?
Tell us your thoughts.
Let's taste it. Good
New
thing we have a
spoon.
lot of spoons.
I know. I tried to grab a bunch.
I'm going to
today.
do it just the egg to start. Oh, yummy.
Yeah, that's delicious.
It is completely smooth. And I will tell you, we didn't add a lot of water, which is probably why a lot of the flavor is still there. I'm going to taste a little bit of it with the salad also.
With the salad, just brightens it just a little bit.
Oh.
Which tells me that if we didn't have the salad to put on there, you should add a little bit of acid into your egg salad. So lemon or some kind of vinegar or like apple cider vinegar, white wine vinegar, something like that. And it'll just brighten the flavor just a little bit.
I also think that it's telling us that if we added an egg to our salad, it would help it to blend smoother.
I agree. And get you extra protein.
And says the dietitian heart.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay. So this is amazing.
It's actually quite delicious and very smooth. For those of you that need smooth,
So
egg salad, way to go.
Can we turn this into chicken salad?
Yes, because we've got the eggs.
Because, hear me out, we use mayo to make chicken salad. And mayo is made of egg. So if we use some of our egg salad to get our chicken salad.
I would say there's probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons left in there.
I think that's perfect. Okay, so would you hand me the chicken? And I'm going to show everybody a trick. I didn't bring my little chopper thing today. So
just FYI, everyone, this was a rotisserie chicken.
Store-bought, just a...
Store-bought, I take it apart. This is my protein for the week.
Okay, so would you put just a little handful here? I'm going to show everybody. So This is just a piece of, and some of you may know this, some of you don't. Bear with me. The striations on this go this way, right? So it peels apart like that. This is important because we want to cut it this way
Across.
to shorten those strands. Because if we shorten those strands, it's going to puree easier. So when I put this chicken down on the board in front of me, I'm going to make sure that I have them all going the same direction, okay? And so you can just put this in a food processor or in your blender. You don't have to chop it up kind of like I am, but
it helps.
It's going
especially
to help.
because if you're cutting across the grain and making those strands shorter, it's going to more easily blend to a smoother texture.
Yep. Okay, so I only need to run the knife across it that direction because this is all just going to peel apart, and those strands are really short now.
And I will tell you this, one of the things, oh, you didn't want that in there?
No, not really.
I have found
thanks.
in my rotisserie chicken purchases
Uh-huh.
is the fresher it is when you get it, the more moist it will be.
Oops.
So if it's been under the light
All day.
for a while, well, I think they're required to move them out every so many
I
hours.
think so too.
Depends on where you go. I go to Costco and get
Okay.
it at Costco because they go fast.
They're consistent.
Um,
Okay.
But if it's been under the light for a while, it's still okay to eat because you probably refrigerate it and
But it's going to be drier.
it's going to be drier and it's going to be harder to swallow.
Okay. Yeah, that's just kind of important. Okay. Is that enough? Do you want a little bit more?
Yep, we got to have some water.
So if you're cooking chicken at home,
I'm also going to add some more flavor because we're going to layer flavor here. So we have flavor in our egg that we have at the bottom.
Yep.
So we need to salt. You can use a seasoned salt if you want. So Cajun seasoning, seasoned salt is one thing.
We
Just
can use
plain
that
old
or-
salt and pepper.
whichever you want. I have chicken on this hand, so I don't want to dunk it in your salt. Not that it's going to contaminate
appreciate-
anything because
I-
salt's going to dry
salt
everything
is-
out, but
Salt
still,
is salt.
we want to
Okay.
avoid. Okay.
And get that water down to the bottom of it.
This one's going to take a little longer to blend.
I
So,
might need a little more water.
okay. Ava says, Karen, have you tried making mock egg salad with chickpeas, relish, vegan mayo, and mustard? That's a fabulous idea. It's a fabulous idea.
And add Old Bay to it. I bet you it tastes
I
yummy.
bet it does too. More?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, and I'm gonna just kind of get some of that water to the bottom. All right.
That's really good.
It's so good.
And it's so smooth. It's like egg custard, but savory instead of sweet.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Look how smooth that is.
That looks really smooth.
Now the sides.
So,
Let me see.
so do we blend it again? This is, so my rule of thumb is blend again.
If in doubt,
Blend again.
blend again.
Yep. And I feel like just about any egg salad or chicken salad recipe that you find can be pureed well because eggs puree well.
Yes, they do. And if you can choose the dark meat from chicken for chicken salad, it's going to blend easier and
Yeah.
smoother
Yeah.
versus white meat. White meat
For
will
sure.
be a little bit drier.
I'm going to wash my hands real quick. While
Good
you're-
idea. All right. Oh yeah, that's really smooth. Oop. Very smooth. All right. Just waiting for you. Let's try it.
Okay.
So very interesting. So though my rotisserie chicken was quite moist, it is drier than
Yes.
the egg salad. Like you can feel it's just a
got-
background dryness.
But I'm not sure it's dry. I think that's the word that comes to mind.
But it's the texture.
The texture, because it's thick. Egg doesn't have the same structure that chicken does, right? Because the chicken is a muscle, and so it's harder to get that structure broken down as opposed to an egg.
I feel like it coats my mouth. That dry feeling.
That's what I'm feeling also. Yeah. But it goes away also. So this is blended well.
It is smooth, but it coats my mouth with that dry sensation.
So I think people just need to be aware that that feeling is not abnormal. It's totally normal.
And it's not necessarily texture as much as it is just a sensory
Input.
Yeah, because it's gone now. I don't feel it anymore.
No.
But I wonder, more egg or more mayo, would that have given it more fat?
I don't think it would change it.
No.
Because I think you still get that good chicken flavor. It tastes really good.
The chicken flavor is there. It tastes like chicken, like a chicken salad that you would put on a sandwich. Like a chicken salad sandwich.
But it's just slower moving because it's a thicker molecule. I mean, it's just a denser meat than egg. So, what questions do you all have?
Yeah, like I can't find a bit in it to say that it has texture.
But it's going away. And it's not lingering.
No, but it's there. It's different. It's different than just the straight egg.
So if you're going to have chicken, just be aware that that's normal and it's not bad.
No, and it won't hurt you.
Nope.
I think it's the sensory. I think it's my brain reacting to having that sensory input.
Because you go from this, which is all cohesive. This is cohesive, but it's denser. Yeah. Could you use chicken stock instead of water? Oh,
Absolutely. Great idea.
Mama Patty.
I like that idea.
She's heard me say this before.
She's on it. She is on it.
Absolutely. Especially if you need to increase that protein level, use chicken. And you're going to get a deeper flavor.
And especially if you use bone broth instead, then you even get more protein
10 times
out of it.
more protein. 10 times more. Yeah. All right, everybody. So salad, just for a recap, salad is really not great for a like minced and moist or a level 5 IDVSI diet because it can get away from you. It's the word that comes to mind is squirrely.
Yeah, it goes everywhere because of all the different textures and all that your mouth has to do to prepare it for the swallow.
Yep. This can be made in advance and put in the fridge so that it's cold also because we want a cold salad, right?
Right.
So prep it in advance, puree it, put it in the fridge, and then bring it out when you're ready to have your salad at dinner. Swapping cottage cheese for mayo provides more protein as well as fat. 100%.
Great idea.
Yep.
Great idea.
I'm for it.
And you can even season the cottage cheese to give it
More flavor.
a different flavor. You can add seasoned salt, you could add onion, you could add whatever it is
Pepper.
that you like.
Whatever you want. You could also do this with tuna and make tuna salad.
Yep.
You could do it with the chickpeas like Ava recommended. So there are a lot of different ways that you can do this. You could do this with salmon.
Yes, you could, and that would be delicious.
Delicious, high protein, good fat. So the only limitation here is creativity. So if you need some more ideas, please reach out to us. I'm actually really surprised at how smooth this got with all the raw veggies in it.
Right, and that's the one that we did with ranch.
Yeah. I'm really, really impressed. So it can be done. You may just need to give it extra blends, and that's okay too. So, salads.
Salad. Happy National Salad Day
Yeah.
to everyone. I hope that all of you have an opportunity to try a salad
I do too.
today.
Make it what you want and enjoy it. Happy May Day.
Happy May Day. Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. This year is going by so fast.
So fast. Yep.
So fast.
All right, everybody. We will see you again next Wednesday. We have Q&A for our membership on Sunday. So if you're still interested in the membership, we can drop the link. It should be pinned at the top in the features. Big Q&A on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. Take care, everybody. And please reach out to us if you need anything at all.
Right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye.